We're all here to really serve each other. You know, the Buddhist philosophy of love is that you want happiness for another. That's what it is. If you want to make others happy, you love them. And what's so ironic is we all work here to support everybody being happy. Now, happy doesn't mean every moment. There might be some hanging to get to the happiness on the other side, but lasting happiness, fulfillment, that kind of experience that comes from deep personal relationships. You only get deep personal relationships by going through stuff together. And some of us have been together here 8, 7, 6, 5 years. Some of you have been here 3 or 2. Some of you are brand new. But I think what you're going to find here is just amazing human beings who, when I first put this together, my biggest concern, I did it to raise money originally just for the foundation. And I was like, okay, well, I'll go do this because I can only coach so many people. I charge $1 million to coach people. And I had 7 of them. I mean, someone pays you $1 million to coach, and they expect a lot. And there's only so many hours in the day and all the other things I was doing. And I was like, well, then we could coach each other. And it's kind of a model of what I experienced with this group of men that I've been a part of called the Scorpions. We gave ourselves a name at our Scorpions. But we started going on all these trips. And I started realizing that the most I'd go to these trips and going on with these guys was so important. But I was so busy. And in the beginning, the economics, they were all 20 years. My senior multi-billionaires, most of them, I wasn't even close to that class, but I got the chance to go on these trips. And at one point I was like, oh, do I go? Do I not go? And one day I finally said, no, I go on every trip because I don't know what's going to hit me. But every single trip, there's a one conversation that made the trip worth everything, or one insight, or any strategy that someone shared with me. And so it's like, no matter what I'm going to go, and that faith and that commitment just to do it over I've been doing it since I was like in 35. So 30 years I go on these trips with these men, and now they're in their 80s. And some of them actually passed. And we've had the most beautiful experience of life together, coaching each other and mentoring each other. And, you know, they were mentoring me and I was mentoring them on areas I had great skills in, but now we're equals. And I've seen the same thing here grow amongst this group, where people have transformed their relationships, their businesses, their bodies, their finances, sold their businesses. I mean, there's just so much beauty. We just got back. One of Scotty's daughters just got married to one of our other family members, Bailey. I go to the wedding and here's the front row basically of our lions all there because we're all family. We all love each other. We're there for each other. I was really touched to see them all show up for Scotty at that point. It was very touching for him, you know, his first daughter getting married. So we have that for each other, and that's the real beauty. That's what we really have. So it's all relationship in the end. And in the stage of life as you grow, you can get there quicker than waiting to what naturally occurs. If you discover the patterns of what makes someone greater later on, and it's really stopping trying to be someone knowing that you are someone, it's starting to focus more on what can I give instead of what can I get. And most of you have done that sooner in life than most have. It's really being in a position where you cherish the relationships much more than being right or wrong. Because, by the way, when she says we're all one mind, one heart, one soul, one spirit, that's all true. Doesn't mean we all have the same thoughts or even the exact same values political. I'm sure there are people here that will vote for one person, some vote for the other, but that's not what we're here for. We're here on what unifies us.
Yeah.
Which is something much deeper than some temporary thing like who's going to run the business, who's going to run the country. It's temporary. You know, this is the permanent part of life.
Yeah.
No matter whether our different beliefs, we all cry, we all laugh, we all bleed, we all scream, we all have waves and stages and places and spaces, whether it's depression, we've all been on the floor and felt decimated by life. Who's felt that? Yeah, me too. That's where we all meet. That's where we all meet in this human experience. And no matter how much economics you have, no matter how educated we are, no matter where you come from, what it looks like, that is actually what unifies us. We are all on this human journey called life. All here navigating this inner labyrinth of mind, which is humbling. How many of you can be hummed? Bled by your thoughts and beliefs, specifically the stressful ones? Yes. And so how extraordinary that we come together to be able to learn and connect to ways collectively and individually so that we can navigate this one precious life and make it a beautiful one. I mean, really, it should be. The education that we get in schools and universities, but for some reason that got opted out. So here we are finding our way many years later, finding a kinder way. So we honor you. It's extraordinary. you know, through CO and everything that has transpired on the world stage over these last probably 5-6 years, coming here has been even a greater gift for us. We look forward to it. There's such a pull and a hunger to meet other individuals and to not only meet them, to join you in that space, to want to have a hunger inside to uproot what's false, to connect to what's true, to connect to what unifies us, and to fall in love in the process. It's simply so beautiful and so precious, and there's nothing else that would keep us away for our daughter for 13 days or 12 days of our life. And yet she's having the time of her life, and we get to share this world and these understandings, or not even share, because know that when we leave here, it isn't about taking these understandings home and teaching somebody. It's about being them. It's about offering the state of being, our love, our radiance, our acceptance, our allowance, and our total and absolute embrace, music, externally and internally. Because part of how happiness really expands and grows is the recognition that life, there's a totality to it. There's life and there's death. And none of us can avoid death if we're here knowing life. True. That's the end result. And it's a gift, because as it gets closer, it wakes us up. How many of you have had a health challenge or something that has awoken you?
Yes.
And when you navigate that, it's like, wow. And that's what this event, this moment, this week is about. Waking up to the miracle, this life that's breathing us. That's where we all join. That's where we all truly connect. Differing opinions, different political views, this side, that side, this color, whatever we call ourselves, male, female, but really that's where we all meet. That's where we all join. That's where we all fall in love. So we see you. Thank you, Tony Robbins. Music, thank you, Michael. Music, applause, music, applause, music, applause.